We are either, when we are awake, we are awake. We go to sleep. When it happens, we do not know. But if you are watchful, this is the state, waking state ending and sleep state starting. One attains the undying bliss. He will be able to touch that ground of bliss. When, if one can always remember to meditate on that state, which is that state that arises at the end of the waking condition and at the beginning of the sleep. Does it make sense? That is the state. Why it is said, then one state turning into another state. One state is where you see the visible universe. And this visible universe is collapsing into nothing. When you are in deep sleep, you don't know anything. Not your memory, not your happiness, not your misery, not your achievement, not your failures, not you are a man, you are a woman, not you are in this place or that place, you are in America or you are in Brazil or you are in any part of the world. All gone. So there is a point when this transition happens, very short moment. If one can meditate on that point, then what will happen? He is meditating on the consciousness. There is, because there is nothing but consciousness. Dream world is gone, waking world is gone, and here sleep. It is turning into sleep. So a state to non-state, a state of existence to state of non-existence. If one can focus on that point, just it is a very finer type of practice. But if you have you want to do that, then you can try. And these are for advanced students. So better we do our things. But we have to understand that if you can make the mind vritti less, this is a vritti. Nidra is a vritti. In the Raja Yoga, when you read, you will find that waking state is because all mind is always getting vritti, ripple. But one ripple is, you see one thing, another ripple comes. There must be a point when there is no ripple. Understand? I am looking at, say, John. So John's ripple is in my mind. John, it turns into Jacob. So there is another ripple must have to come up. So one ripple rises and falls, another ripple starting. There is a junction point, like sine curve. So every time it touches the axis line, that axis line is the state of perfect peace and joy. There is no emotion there. There is no reality of the outward world. There is no reality of the mental world. There is no reality of dream world. Everything is gone. So there you have to meditate. It's a very good suggestion for a very advanced student who can really focus there. Normally it is happening every day. But we are passing through that state, but we don't understand that we are touching the ground of reality and then going to sleep. Awakened state, ripple, and it ending and then going to sleep. There is a point. So, jagarasante bhavayantam, thinking that, bhavana, bhavam means mental condition. Bhava, think of a state. Ya, that which remains, upajayate, which originates. Which originates when? Originates ante, at the end. At the end of jagarasante. At the end, when the jagaran state, the waking state, ends. And nidrado, and the nidra, the deep sleep, etc., that state, the beginning comes. One asnute, experiences. You can do that. If you can stay there for a few seconds, then you can experience the sakshat, immediate, a joy, a bliss, a perfect joy. So, if one is awake, that means in another sense you are the witness consciousness. You're focusing here. You see that my waking state is finishing and my deep sleep state is coming. You are very watchful there also. If one can analyze this day and night, that everything I am seeing, witness consciousness. And when you touch the witness consciousness, it is only Satchidananda Brahman. That witness consciousness itself is the source of all joy, because it is Brahman. It is nothing but Brahman. So no, that's why the note says, there remains no mental modification. On page 313, note 11. There remains no mental modification. There is mental modification is ripple. Chitta vritti. But that does not stay. At this state, the manifestation of the witness consciousness of the nature of direct realization alone remains. Witness consciousness, that manifests in the nature of experience. I only remain, witness consciousness only remain. Because there is no waking, there is no sleep, no dream. So this is to be understood that this is the conjunction period or sandhi period that is to be understood. That example is given from another source of spiritual text. It is called the Laghu Bhakya, where it says, the supreme consciousness, bereft of all imaginations, manifests, supreme consciousness manifests distinctly, even during the waking state, at the conjunction time of the dissolution of one wave and the rising of another. That I told yesterday, last time. I am seeing you. If I turn my eyes to the photograph, this wave is end, another wave of the photo is rising in my mind. Mind is ripple. So whenever one wave is ending, another wave is rising, there is a point. Always a point when it touches the ground. So remember this example, the axis line, draw an axis line and think every wave is one object, one object, one object, one object. So when one object you see and then you turn your another object, so it touches the axis line again and then it rises. It has a rising point and a falling time. I do not know whether you are understanding.
So now, if you say like that, I'm looking at this direction, and then I decide to look at the other direction. So where is the decision point for?
It is not the question of decision. Always I am turning here and there, already decision is making. We are taking thousands of photographs like that. I am turning this way from morning onward, this is coming, that is coming. That means when it is, I am turning little bit, this wave has got down. Another wave has come. And then wherever we put our eyes, or hear, or nose, all the five senses perceive, Swami Vivekananda's idea, remember Raja Yoga, you have forgotten all this. Swami Vivekananda says that is like a throwing stone in the lake of mind. And you throw a stone, immediately there is a ripple. The objects are like stones thrown into our, it comes to the outside, entering into the eyeball, going to the nervous system, to the brain, and to the mind. When it goes, it ripple, a wave is, a splash is created, different shape and size. And that's why we have different objects. But when once it happens such quick split of second, maybe 1 millionth of a second. And how many things I can see? Turn my eyes, so many chairs, so many things. But when this is here, rising, But there is a fall. As soon as I see one thing and see the other thing, in between there is a point that object is gone, another object comes. So think of that. This is one wave and another wave. It coming boom, 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 boom. Every day we are at every split second we can create thousand such objects experience. But when it is just touching like every time it is touching the axis line, that particular point of when it touches the axis line, our mind touches that, that is the point of perfection. That is the point of Atman. It touches the Atman, the ground of Atman. So that is to be practiced, those who are following this path. That I am the witness consciousness, I am not disturbed. I, in me, in me, my reality, only these waves come and touch. One wave goes, another wave comes, another wave. So similarly, all the waking day is gone. Whole day, billions and trillions of things I have seen, heard, waves have been made. You have forgotten. Okay, now you think when you are going to transit from the waking state to sleep, there must be a state transition of these waves to nidra vritti. It is called the nidra vritti. Technically, nidra is a vritti. That's also a vritti. Vritti means wave in the mental leg. So nidra vritti when arises, and this jagarana vritti ends. All this ending, and that is now starting nidra vritti. That means a state where you do not know anything, but no real wave, but there is a wave of ignorance. Big wave of ignorance. So when you do that, that is the point. If you can touch that ground, then you have touched directly the Atman, the self, the witness. It's a very, very, very technical thing. Those are of this nature of witness consciousness meditation, they can do. What did you say?
Can we also think as the space, the silent space between thoughts, between this thought?
So one thought to
and
the
the
other
next
thought,
there
another.
is
That I'm saying.
that.
The wave means one thought versus another. One thought ending, another. Thought comes what? Some object is there, it stimulates my brain and it takes to the mind. Mind recognizes it this way. So one thought, another thought, another thought. So there is a space in between one thought and the other. As I can say, you are breathing in and out, isn't it? So there is a point when there is no breath. Do you get it? So if you can say, oh, I am taking in and out, that's okay. But if you analyze very deeply, you will have to accept that at one point of time, breathing in of the breathing stops and exit of the breath begins. That is the junction point. Similarly, in our day-to-day experience, whatever we see, that is the experience
Like
of.
to throw a ball up, it stops.
Yeah. Whenever you start another and end one, you must have to end one to have the another. So therefore, that is the junction point. So this book, this also other scriptures suggest that Laghu Bhakya Vritti. It says the supreme consciousness, which is bereft of all imagination, there can be no imagination, no wave, manifests distinctly even during the waking state at the conjunction of time of the dissolution of one wave and the rising of the another wave. That means one thought rising, another ending. One ended, another wave is coming up. When there is no mental modification in that twilight state of the mind. So when there is no, neither this way, neither this way, only it is in the touching the axis point, that is called the, you are touching the divine. You are touching your Atman. You are touching the self, witness consciousness. We are advised to continually remember this very state. If one always thinks, then he will be a witness like, oh, one wave is coming, okay, this wave, oh, that wave is rising. So I am untouched. I see one wave came, another wave. One wave rise, fall, rise, fall, rise, fall, rise, fall. Similarly, whole waking state, rise, fall, rise, fall, rise, fall, goes into sleep. So there is a point again. I watch. So that what witness consciousness. And if you can touch that way, then your joy is eternal. Is it? Akshayam Sakshad, second line, verse number 8. Sakshad Akshaya Anandam Asnate. Sakshad means direct, no via media. You are facing the truth one on one. As Thakur said, I have seen God more than I see you. The same point. I see you is a wave. And your I seeing you wave false also. Comes and drops. I turn this wave goes there, and this side of the wave comes. So, but that is a direct experience. There is no coming and going. That's why I have seen God more directly than I see God, you. That was the Ramakrishna statement. So he's standing in that level. Okay? Now, what is it to be established in one's own self? What is it to be established in one's own self? 9th verse. Prashanta Sarva Sankalpa Prashanta Sarva Sankalpa Ya Shilavat Avasthitihi Ya Shilavat Avasthitihi Jagrat Nidra Vinirmukta Jagrat Nidra Vinirmukta Sa Swarupa Sthiti Para Sa Swarupa Sthiti Para Prashanta Sarva Sankalpa. Sankalpa means what? Sankalpa means desire, wish. I wish this, I used to see this, I used to hear this, I used to eat this, I used to touch this, I have to taste this. No? This desire. So, when Sarva Sankalpa, all types of desires, means if the desire goes, ripple will no more ripple. I want this, I want that, I want to see, I want to. That means mind is always ripple. Chitta, oy je, Raja Yoga Sutra, Chitta Vrittir Nirodha, Yogaha Chitta Vrittir Nirodha. Yoga is what? Chitta Vritti, the ripples of the mind, when Nirodha, there is no ripple. That means calm ocean, calm surface of the ocean. If the surface of the ocean is calm, then you see the sun tangibly. But if it's with 1,000 ripples, then what will happen? You will see the 1,000 ripples, then it is all little broken pieces of sun falling. You sit in the table. You don't have to sit in the floor. Unnecessarily, don't torture yourself.
I prefer.
No. So, the ripple, that is sankalpa means desire. The desire, sarva sankalpa. Suppose all the ripples, desire means I want this, mind agitated. Mind is imagining. If I can go there, mind imagines that place. That means it is a ripple. I shall eat that. Okay. So whenever I am remembering some food, a mind is having a ripple. So all mind is rippling all the time because we have some desire. Even we meditate, we think on Ramakrishna's form, no? Because we desire to see him in the divine form. So that desire is holy desire though. That gives a wave. But similarly, for other material thing, we are doing unconsciously billions of millions and billions of such ripples in our mind. So, prashanta sarva sankalpa. When all the sankalpa, all the desires become calm. No, I have no desire. You feel that? Imagine that ocean, no ripple. Huh? Then ya shilavasthiti. Hmm? That which is the state of sila, what is that say? Prashantam ya shilavat, like a stone, as it were. There is no movement, no ripple, nothing. Binirmukta, free from jagrat, and that is a state where there is no waking state and no nidra, deep sleep state. Sa kathate para sarupasthiti. That is called, it is said that you are established in your swarupa, in your own divine nature. Patanjali's first verse, Yoga Sutra, Chitta Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Tada, second verse, Tada Drashtu Swarupe Avasthanam. This is the expression. Tada, when the vrittis, Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Nirodha means stop it. Stop the rambling of your mind. Stop the jumping of your mind. The rascal mind, no desire. Say, no desire. I don't desire anything. That's why spiritual practice is very, one thing is, does everything. One practice does. I don't want anything. If you hammer on your mind, it will not making any ripple anymore. Mind says, I want it. I want to see that. I want to hear that. I want to know that. That's why it is said, don't create unnecessary inquisitiveness. Whatever is to be essential, do that and reduce that so that your chitta becomes stable. Tada, if you can do that, vritti nirodha, tada drashtu, drashtu means witness consciousness, shwarupe, in its own nature, divine nature, avasthiti, it will stay. It will remain in its own divine self. Beautiful. In two verses, and this is the same thing here in the language of Vedanta, and that's the language of yoga. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha, meaning vritti, mind is always running, vritti, ripple, 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 wave, 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 wave. And when you can master your mind in such a way and make it calm and serene like a sila, what means like a stone. Stone means hard. This table is like that. It has no ripple. In water there may be ripple, but never you will have a ripple here. So they are given that when you are meditating or practicing this, and your mind has become such strong that even something is hit, it does not make a ripple. That's a stone example. Shilavat. Shila means stone. Stone is, it does not like, it is not like water. You throw a stone in the water. Have you ever played in our childhood days? We used to play in a lake. Take a piece of thing and boom, and it goes. No? But wherever it touches, you notice the ripple. There is a ripple. No? So when that desire will go, that means no ripple will come. Ripple cannot come there. We create our ripple. That's why how to reduce the ripple is a spiritual practice. Why people say be inquisitive about God only and don't be so much curious about knowing other things, because you can reduce the wave in the mind lake. If you can reduce your mind lake wave, then that you'll be in the flat state. And flat state, the revealing power of the Atman will be experienced then. This is the Prashanta Sarva Sankalpa, when Sarva Sankalpa, all desires are prashanta, calm down, that means I have no desire. That's the Holy Mother. Holy Mother said, if you can, now God realization is here and now. If you can be free from all desires. Nirbashana how? তো এক্ষুনি হয় মানে your realization can happen now. Why it is not happening? Condition. If you can become free from desire. Nibashana. Bashana means expectation, Bashana means desire. If you can be that, it is now. So see, Prashanta, this Prashanta Sarvasankar, it is in Sanskrit. And this is Yoga Vasishta, heavy Vedanta book. But Holy Mother is very simple girl lady. She does not know Vedanta, Yoga Vasishta, boom, bam. But she simply said, my child, if you can become nirvashana, free from vasana, free from desire, ekuni hai. Now, and it is saying the same thing. Prashanta Sarva Sankalpa, as a result, Siravasthiti. It will be like your stay, like that of a stone. That means you are not non-reactive to the world. You are very much reactive to the Atman, as we just read in the Bhakti class, that you will be internally you will be filled with joy. Externally you will be like jada, dal. But internally you will be Ramakrishna. Externally he is jada, dead body. No breath, nothing, almost a sign of almost lifeless sign. But internally, he's filled with joy in such a way. It is not exactly like becoming a unconscious guy. I was thinking, many people, for some reason, suddenly go to a state of unconscious state, no? But we have read that example today, no? That sadhu, that Swami, was going to Puri Jagannath, and he entered into that small corridor leading to the main internal shrine like that. And as he was approaching, he felt like a thunderbolt, shock like that, and he just collapsed. So we will say he is unconscious. Call 911. But they didn't call 911. The one Swami hold his one arm and he asked another priest who was going to show the deity, he requested, you please hold. And he said, what is this experience? He didn't see. The temple was full of people. He didn't see the people. See, vritti, no vritti. He didn't see the wall. He didn't see the deity. What he saw is an ocean of light. And it's all left fire, nothing but ocean of light. All vritti is gone, instantly ocean of light. See the experience. When the vrittis are gone, you are there.
So vritti means name and form.
Vritti, of course, name and form. Vritti means mental wave. And without vritti, we cannot experience the world. Whatever, even Saguna Brahma Darshan is within vritti. That's a purer vritti. But whatever we see, whatever we feel, whatever we touch, whatever we will taste, it is all vrittis, manovritti. Only instrumentality is the eye, sometimes ear, sometimes nose, sometimes tongue, sometimes touch. These are only difference. And that is creating a ripple. And that are happening because I desire this to see, hear, like all these things. So when only we can manage to have desire free, I don't need anything, you need not have to do anything. Tada drashtu, at that moment the drashta, the witness consciousness, what is the witness one? Swarupe, he will be established in it. Swarupe avasthanam, it will stay in its own divine dignity, divine state. So for spiritual life, God realization, we need not have to do anything. For removing the obstacle, these are the obstacles. Remove them. Huh? God realization does not need anything. Only stop your desire. Stop creating waves in your mind. So you cannot do that. That's why our scriptures say, okay, replace it with lower thought with a higher thought. Because you cannot think of the absolute. You cannot get out of your other thoughts, worldly things. Replace with Ramakrishna, 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 Ramakrishna. You're all waves, Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna. That's why you go to our senior Swamis, they are talking about aim. If you go to aim, the writer of the gospel, you go to him at any point of time, you will see that he's talking about Ramakrishna. You bring any other issue, he will turn into a wave of Ramakrishna wave. So if that becomes, then mind becomes purified, 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 and one Ramakrishna everywhere. And then it becomes almost world non-existing. World does not exist there. There only divine exists. And then all the vrittis are gone. Even I don't want to go to heaven. I don't want to have any association there in Bhakti school. Saruppa, I will be looking like him. I'm so much thinking of him. My facial expression, everything will be transformed like him. Saluk, I live with him in the same plane, in same on a divine plane. I will be also there with him. No, I will not be there. I will be very close to him. Sajujja, very close. He will be going there. I will be going by his side. Sajujja. These are also give up. No. Then actually what is Ramakrishna? Real Ramakrishna will be. And that is already here now, only it is waiting for our effort to reduce our mental waves. Is it? Is it not a good idea to work on? How can we reduce our desires? Means how can we desire? We cannot get out of desire. So how we can replace one idea, one desire with the other desire? One thorn with the other thorn. Pick out. Pick the thorn which is touching your feet and bothering. Take out. You need another thorn. Ramakrishna's example, I cannot think of God because I have a nephew. And Ramakrishna's suggestion, okay, you are seeing nephew. No. It is Gopala, the Krishna, baby Krishna. Baby Krishna, baby Krishna, baby Krishna, baby Krishna. So the mundane things are all going out. The same love and this purifying one object. Krishna, 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 Krishna. And then all other desire go. Then Krishna will remain. And Krishna with name and form will dissolve into the nameless and formless. It's not a big deal there in the mind. So only sadhana, that's why you call nirvasana. Holy Mother's one word, if you say nirvasana, how? Mother blessed us that you only become free from all your vasana, desire. If you can do that, you're here and now. Your realization, revelation is here and now. Here also, prashanta, sarva sankalpa, when you can make it quiet, your all types of desires, sankalpa, I'll get this, I'll see that, I'll know that, I'll have this. That's why Ramakrishna, you look at his sadhana period, practice period. He forgot the whole world. There's no other desire. Ma, day and night. As soon as the worship is over, going into that grove, that forest, almost forest, and crying and weeping, Ma, meditating on Ma. So that is the one-pointed thought. All other sankalpa, desire, expectation, wiped out. And then, silavat avasthiti. And there you become stable like a rock, like a stone. And that state is what state? Jagrat Nidradi vinirmukta. That means you have to be careful. If you are awake in the mundane world, Jagrat, then you are not. Nidra, you are sleeping like a tamas person, as we also sleep. No, not that. Beyond these two states. Then dream? No, dream also not there. That's why Jagrat, Sabna, Susupti, Turiya. That is the state. You will attend to that. Jagrat, Nidra, Vinirmukta, that state is called Sa. That Sa means that very state is Swarupa in your own divine self, Sthiti, stay. Then that is your stay in your own divine self. To remain like a piece of stone in the state which is free from all activities is verily the supreme standing on the self. This is neither the state of waking, nor dream, nor deep sleep, but state beyond all thoughts and resolutions. Beyond all thoughts and resolution. Resolution is always, our mind makes always resolution. To have this, to have that, to see that, why it is that, why it is. Life goes away. Our God has given us really precious opportunities. Every day He has given one time, and they told that God has given us every day some one, how much seconds a day. I forgot how much will be the day. One day will be how many seconds? One day is 24 hours multiplied by 6, multiplied by 60. Tell the computer, it will tell you. 60, 60, 3600.
6,400.
Huh?
86,400.
God has given, one Swami told, $80,400 every day to spend. How you are utilizing today's $86,400? That's yours. God is equal to all of us. He has given this 86,400 seconds. How we are utilizing that time. So if these moments, if we think that this is my goal, and this 86,400 seconds, not 1 second, 2 seconds, look at that. Every day, 86,400 seconds time is like a money, like a wealth given us. And how you invest it, or you waste it, whatever. Waste is gone. This will not come back again. That's another important thing. 86,400 of yesterday is not coming back in my life anymore. So try to utilize this 86,400 seconds of life. Positive thinking. I don't want anything of the universe. I want that my real self, which is at the junction of this waking and dream or sleep and beyond. No? So not, and how we can stop it? It is unstoppable. In the world you look like that, your eyes will picture all these things. But can you put God there? Then you utilize your time. Your seeing is perfect. You hear, bring God into your awareness, whatever. There is a song where Ram Prasad said, Jato Shuno Karno Pute. As much as you hear through your ear, Sabi Mayer mantra bate. These are all nothing but mother's mantra. All the alphabets in mother worship, 51. No? 51 letters are called 51 mother's form, divine mother's form. O, A, E in the Sanskrit letter. So these are, every word is mother. So as much word you hear, jato much you hear in your ear, jato shuno karno, all is mother's mantra. Because it is made of the alphabets. And each alphabet is mother. And that's why you see, what is the meaning of this mantra? We chant in the every evening time. Swamiji has composed Om, Ring, Ritam. What does it mean? Huh? So when you find that each mantra, H, R, I, N, G. So, Ho, Ra, E, in. Each are one letter. Each letter is mother. So your composition is mother. Expression is mother. So if one can train the mind that way, so whatever Ram Prasad did it. He said that as much word I hear in my ear, they are all mother's mantras. So you become constantly tuned to the Divine Mother. So this is the wonderful verse, if we can think. That's why these mantras are to be, you can read, you can think the monotony of it. It's the same thing they are talking what he told yesterday. Nothing new. But just you take one seriously. See, life changing. Prashanta Sarva Sankalpa. This one verse can change our life. My whole life's goal will be Prashant. All Sankalpa. Whatever comes in my life, I do it. Finish. It's Lord's work I have done, finish. I need not have to inquire, what is this, what is that, what is that. When you will be given the responsibility, you will do. But most of us are not given. But our inquisitiveness is there. So it makes us rippled in my mind. And as much as we think, so much ripple comes. So chitta vritti we are creating. How chitta vritti can be lessened? Or all chitta vrittis will be ekakara karita. All chitta vritti will be Ramakrishna or Holy Mother. One vritti, it's mother, another vritti, mother, another. So how can we do that? Then it will be the spontaneous expression of the polluted joy, pure joy, joy, stainless joy of the self will spontaneously come. So to remain like a piece of stone in the state which is free from all activities is very the supreme standing in the self. When you are standing in yourself, that means you are rock-like. No worldly thing can create any ripple on your mind. This is neither the state of waking state, nor the dream state, nor the deep sleep state, but is a state beyond all thoughts and resolutions. So note says that this is indeed the state of samadhi. This state is of this state of samadhi comes spontaneously when, due to the continuous practice of self-analysis, mind gets dissolved. When the correct understanding of the truth, Brahman alone is real, the universe is unreal, dawns, the mind is totally dissolved, and only then one attains samadhi. This state can also be attained by the practice of yoga, as we discussed. But it is extremely necessary that the practice of yoga must be accompanied with the self inquiry. Yeah, this is the uniqueness of this book. You do yoga practice, but if you have this background, why you are doing yoga? So that no vritti. No vritti. Why no vritti? When there is no ripple, no thought wave, then the mind lake becomes calm and serene. And that serene means the self reveals in its own glory. Otherwise, the knowledge of Brahman will not be attained through the yoga samadhi. As a result, there will be no liberation which comes to the cessation of primordial ignorance. So, it is not only yoga practice is necessary, but along with it, this practice of Vedantic understanding makes the life more reasonable and free from ignorance. So now I can spend some time for a few minutes for question answer. It is 5 minutes to 8:30. Okay. Okay. Swarnendu wrote that what are the difference between the path of Advaita and sadhana of Divine Mother Kali? There is no difference. Advaita sadhana and Mother Kali. The Mother Kali is the worship of the same divine Advaita truth in the form of a mother. Shakti. Shakti is it in mother worship, it is called Shakti. Shakti is what? Shakti is the power. And whose Shakti? They are not two. A writer and the man who is cooking, writing, they are not two. The writing ability is with the man. But when he does not write, the writing ability goes anywhere? No, it is there. So the Shakti, mother, is the Shakti, the power. Power can manifest, power can withdraw. It can go back into that from which the power comes. That's why Brahman is the foundation, and from Brahman the Shakti arises. That's called the Mother Kali. Like ocean can be very calm, that is called Brahman. And when ocean has a huge wave, and that wave we can call Ma Kali. And through that, that's a power manifesting as a universe. And when it comes as manifest as universe, there must be somebody to take care of that. That's why we call mother, mother creator, she creates, she sustains, she destroys. So that is the Shakti, which manifests out of infinite into variety, and then from there again brings back to the unity. So mother worshipper, it is called the, some people say Advaita Vedanta is the principle. Mother worshipper, they are the practical application of Vedanta. This is not true distinctive thing. Shakti and Shaktiman are same, Ramakrishna. Shakti and whose power? Brahman's power is Ma Kali. And because Brahman's power, that's why this whole creation comes. And Kali is the root from where the creation came. Maintenance is going on and destruction. So there is no difference, only emphasis. Someone emphasis not on this Mother Kali aspect or anything. They say, oh, this is the three states of mind, waking, dream, and dreamless sleep, etc., etc. Analyze, and go beyond the three states of our existence. So that another will say, okay, Mother, the whole universe is Mother, so let me pray to Mother, let me meditate on Mother, and Mother will do everything, like mother-child relations. So no. Then Sima, there is a question, the taste of divine love is experienced in our Diksha Guru's love. How to be tuned in divine physical, how to be tuned in
divine when Guru has discarded the physical form.
Oh, acha, acha. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, Guru has discarded. Guru has not discarded. Guru has discarded the physical form, but her subtle form remains. You think of your Guru, then Guru is there. Two bodies, no? At least we know we have three bodies, at least. So when the physical body goes, Guru remains, because Guru's duty is to take us beyond this Maya. It is said Guru's duty continues. Even if he dies, he cannot die. He will have to wait for us till we get released. So that is the belief. And moreover, you can think of Guru is there. The Guru is not the man. Again, the question is that if we think that Guru is not the man, so what Guru has instructed, if we follow that and feel that Guru is with me every day, then he is with us. He is the form, God's another form. So if we can think in this way, there is no death of Guru. And Guru is nothing but your Ishta. And Ishta is nothing but Brahman. See, these all linked together. You are thinking Guru as a man, then you are not thinking of Guru, you are thinking of something else. Guru as the expression of divine, who gave that mantra and gave us the key to liberation, that aspect, spiritual aspect, is my Guru. And that is God has come in that form to give that key to me. Yes, you need some instrument, somebody to come to give you the keys. So God has sent somebody to give his keys. So, therefore, Guru does not die. We will have to practice our disciplines. Whatever Guru is, uh, whatever Guru is, if we follow that and think of the principle, Guru not man, but Guru is the Satchidananda, expression of Satchidananda. And don't make Guru a cult. Guru, as a man, people create cult. But as a principle, if he is the expression of that God's messenger, so then God messenger came to me, somebody as a messenger, for someone another has sent. But God is the point. Messenger is not important, but God is the point. So hold on to God and the mantra. Uh,
Anya.
Tanya. Where is Tanya? Might meditation. Ashley, thank you. Blessed you. Blessed you. The question is, what is Jivatman and Brahman? Tanya. Oh, Hare Baba. Jivatman means you. You are the Jivatman. The question is, what is Jivatman and what is Brahman? Brahman is the transcendental reality, and Jivatman is like from Brahman is the ocean, and Jivatman is like a little wave, ripple, billions, trillions, zillion waves in the ocean, Pacific Ocean. Think that Pacific Ocean is like Brahman, from which zillions and trillions of bubbles, ripples, waves come. These are the jivas. It comes from Brahman. It stands on Brahman. It plays on Brahman and dies in Brahman. When it dies, where does it go? It goes. But it goes to the ocean and he becomes ocean. But those who cannot go to the ocean, they want to play. Another time, roll, another wave comes and roll, and fight in the world, cry in the world, weep in the world. And one wave splits into 20, my children, grandchildren, all these, and then they live with them, and then split again here and there, again merge into, again come back. So this play goes on till we think that I am Brahman. So Jivatman is the individual soul. Jivatman and Brahman. So then, mighty meditators, so then is sitting and intentionally observing the mind essential to achieving the goal of liberation. No, it is, he's observing goal of liberation. A goal of liberation is attaining perfect peace and joy. Yes, so those who are meditators, that is their path. They sit and I try to merge into that observing the essentials of the objects coming before the mind and how mind can focus on one subject, what is called God, and that in the form of saguna or nirguna, whatever, God with form, God without form, we can try whatever and to reach that liberation. Yes, that is the goal. And Ananya Sarkar, how to get over fear or uncertainty in life when our main goal is God realization. But there are several other events in life that may disrupt this. Yes, world will always. Question is that I'm reading again. How to get over the fear of uncertainty in life when your main goal is God realization, but there are several other events in life that may disrupt it. Yes, world is always disrupting us. I want to be good, I want to be spiritual, I want to be merged in samadhi, I want to meditate more, but it always disruption. My physical ability, environmental difficulty, all these different types of obstacles will come. But we'll have to hold on to our practice because these situations, good and bad, comes and goes. Today it is one, tomorrow is another. These are not permanent. That's the Vedanta. All these obstacles, all this joy, all this fun, all these difficult circumstances is momentary. It comes and goes, comes and goes. But God does not go anywhere. So we have to hold on to God. with this idea. No one's life, no one can claim that my life was so smooth. No obstacle. Obstacle will come. If some environmental obstacle, Swami Vivekananda says two obstacles: external nature, internal nature. External nature will create trouble. You are going to meditate, and one work will come that time. The thought of my God, aha. But now that's why you're saying your work is also worship. Bring some value, then you'll be in peace. If you don't know, then it is a distraction, obstacle. But there is a way to overcome the obstacle. Internal. This is now, I don't want to go to meditate. I will do something. No, go. Internal. Overcome it. Obstacle will be there. So, not to be afraid of obstacle, let us face the obstacle. And by God's grace, if you cannot do alone, একা যদি না পারিস মন রামপ্রসাদকে সঙ্গে নে না. If you cannot do yourself, take Ram Prasad as a help. If you cannot do, take your Guru's help, take your scripture's help, take the help of your own mind. Ram Prasad means your own mind. You take help of yourself. Don't think you are a helpless guy. Do that, and then gradually, this disruption will be there, but it will not be obstacle to us. And fear will go away. What to fear about? Think about that. We are really don't think it seriously. We are fear. Overcoming fear is God realization. God realization makes you fearless. Otherwise, sarve vastu bhayannitam nrinam. In this world, sarvang vastung bhayannitam nrinam. Everything in this world is added with fear. Only vairagyam eva abhayam. When renunciation is the power, fearlessness. Why? You say, I don't care for anything. Just say, what? I will die one day. Yes, that's okay. What's the newness about that? Everyone dies. I will die. Oh, COVID. Okay, let me COVID. I take all precaution. But COVID attacks, okay. Die, finish. I will have done by cancer, by gallbladder, by kidney failure. I'll die. What is there? Be bold. Face the brute. Death always makes us fearful. But Vedanta teaches, analyze. What's the newness? I'm not saying you go and die. That's not the point. But what will happen? What will happen? What can you do? If something happens, try to avoid that. Even you avoid it, but it happened. See, when you drive, do you want... normally, I don't think that no one is willingly thinking that I will crash a car. That's normally we don't do. But I had some accident. What can you do? When accident happened. Face the challenge. You have to go to hospital, go to hospital. In the car, total. You took your much care, but inadvertently something has happened. So in life also, be bold. That is the message of Vedanta, no? Vivekananda wrote a letter to Brahmanandaji that there is equal to me or who will be able to understand me, who will be like me out of 1,000 devotees. Thakurji is what it means. We need not have to think about that. They out of love, they say, Vivekananda said that there will be many people in future, they will come. They will be more powerful man than. Meaning he is expecting that more people with the zeal of renunciation will come and embrace this life of renunciation and service, and they will do greater work. That is his blessings. Okay?
More questions are there.
The internet is failing here.
Yeah. They say that after achieving self-awareness, can you feel it?
What? After attaining? Oma is gone. After attaining,
Here. It's here.
okay. After achieving self-awareness, consciousness, can we feel it? So you want to feel it through the senses? Yes, You will feel when you come back to the mind. But when you are in the mindless state, who will feel what? But when one attains to that state and again they come back normally, that's why we find all the Ramakrishna's disciples. We find all the saints of the world. And yes, they feel it. They experience it through every pore of their body. So, yes, that is true. When you are in samadhi, that is a different thing. There is no one can say what is that. But as soon as you enter into the realm of your intellect, ego, mind, buddhi, so you are entering into it. Naturally, those are the sensory organs through which you perceive. Yes, you will feel. That's why Ramakrishna said that I see God, etc. Hmm. What is the sign of progress in spiritual life? Is question. Yes, you will find more joy. You will find more peace inside, and your detachment will come to the world. Things will happen, you will be less affected by it. It will affect the mind. Sometimes you will be crying, you will be weeping, but how quickly you can come back to your real understanding that these are all happening to the body and mind. So, signs of progress in spiritual life is that your heart will be broadened, you will feel that your you will feel that this no one is enemy to you. You will find that God is in everywhere. Or if it's not, at least you will feel greater joy. You will be a source of peace to others. You will not disturb anyone. Your selfless love will increase for others. So these are the few signs.
That was the last question. No more question.
Hmm?
No more question.
No more question. Okay. So we have tried to explain as many we got it. Ah, I think so. So thank you all. Then, sorry, I see so many, but mostly we have referred. But the one question is that the taste of divine love is experienced in our Diksha Gurusla. Oh, yeah, that I have responded. And then Jivatman Brahman we have done. Uh, uh, goal of liberation, that's also he said. ঠিক আছে. Okay, so we are done. Thank you all, and we'll meet you tomorrow in the 7:30 class for our what?
Gospel of
Gospel. And tomorrow, and any other class?
Yeah.
Kathopanishad at 10:30. Swami Satyamananda ji will be speaking on Kathopanishad at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday. And I will be here in the evening, 7:30 for gospel class. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Thank you.